Hi you guys, welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today I'm going to be unboxing December's ALC and January's Yarnables with you guys. So if you are not familiar with my channel at all, you've never stopped by here before for one of these unboxings, I have reviewed both of these subscription boxes. They are in my playlist yarn subscription box review series, and go check those out. Definitely go check those out if you want kind of the price rundown and how I felt about these boxes at the time I reviewed them. Now, obviously, if I'm still getting them after reviewing them, that means they're probably pretty good. I was probably pretty happy with my subscription boxes. I'm not going to lie. I have loved both of these subscription boxes, and these, if you're getting two of them, pair pretty nicely most of the time. I'm just saying. So we're going to start off with December's ALC. First off, we have just one more row, big button badge, and that will probably go on my Yarned and Dangerous bag. We have some Swiss Miss hot chocolate. That will go to Troy. As I've told you guys a number of times, I do not eat sugar, so I do have a no sugar recipe for hot cocoa, so I'll be able to enjoy something at the same time. I don't mind. Up next, we have a skein coat, and once again, this is from Precious Knits, and I just love her skein coats. I have ordered a number of these on my own. I like her fabric choices. Everything seems to be very well put together. I keep using these over and over again. I was introduced to Precious Knits in the ALC box. I think this is now the third skein coat we've gotten in, like, I think it's been 2 years I've had ALC. Something I use a lot of, so. My yarn for this month is Buried in Snow, B-E-R-R-I-E-D. Absolutely gorgeous. I love how even within the single color, we have a very tonal effect moving through the yarn, especially look at that gray where we got the tonal moving in the gray. And we have tonals with that pinky plum color, and then we also have the speckles, which just add so much dimension. And I actually have a couple of yarns I think this would pair very nicely with, so at the end of this video we will do some pairings, as I have been with both of these companies for a while, and I still have quite a bit of their yarn to work through. So if you have also gotten some of their subscription boxes, or you are wondering what to do with a single skein, if you don't want to do just single skein projects, you can very easily pair your yarns with previous months. These two subscription boxes, while they don't always match, tend to have very compatible colors that you could blend together. We'll see where I mix and match a lot of these because I have one bucket of one and one bucket of another. Up next, we have the Yarnable. Yarnable is by Hypnotic Yarn. Cheryl is the owner of Hypnotic Yarn, and they're pretty awesome too over there. I'm just saying, because once again, I got a personalized note. Yeah, it's stupid things like that that make me feel special. You know, when you work with small businesses and purchase from small businesses and start to develop a relationship with the owner and employees of a small business, you do actually develop a relationship with those people, albeit a business relationship, and it's absolutely wonderful. I enjoy doing that. But yeah, it does make me feel special that there's a business who knows who I am. I'm weird. I know I'm weird. It's okay. So we got caramels. These are pecan caramels, and it says on the back, I think, or maybe it's on the card. Yeah, these are small batch caramels, and I can tell you from just feeling them through the packaging, that these are particularly squishy caramels. And while I don't eat sugar normally, I will have to taste test one of these just to see what it tastes like. Caramel is one of my all-time favorite candies. And it's very hard to find very good sugar-free caramel, just saying. So sometimes you just have to take a nibble of the real deal. Once again, we have these netted bags that hold the rest of our extras here. I love these. I use them in paper crafting for my ephemera. However, they do make just great notions bags. So we have, try to tilt that to the side there. We have the stitch marker for this month, and that does say 2024 up there. And you can see the image that was the inspiration or theme for this month. We also have counter markers. Now mine got jostled all to bits. When I opened this package last night, I was like, what happened? But they're cast on markers, which I've never used, but I think are absolutely brilliant. Especially when I don't have as many issues when I'm knitting and casting on a large number, getting like my count right. However, when I am crocheting, especially doing foundation crochet, whether that be single, half double, double, I run into issues. So these will definitely come in handy for that. Up next, the yarn for this month. This one, it's the name of the theme is How Time Flies. Troy laughed at my description for this last night. But I said it looks like one of those dusky, like Thomas Kincaid type cottages. And I mean, the inspiration photo is, I mean, obviously the color theme. But for some reason, this just screamed cozy cottage to me. And ironically, if you were with me for Vlogmas and saw me unboxing my Christmas Eve cast on box from Hypnotic Yarnable. That one is Cozy Christmas, I believe, is the name of that one. This one is more Cozy Cottage Christmas than that to me. I don't know. I do have holidays on the mind, but this just is absolutely gorgeous. This is not, it's not wholly typical or atypical of what we get from Yarnable. The addition of this like olivey khaki color kind of makes it way more of a Cheryl yarn. But this is very much like a compatible to ALC skein or hank. So I did think that was kind of funny. Very, very similar concepts as far as the color for January with both companies. But you can tell where like one designer went one way and one designer went the other way with the same type of colors in the same hank. I love it. I think it's great. I love delving into artist style. I loved studying like art history and a progression of artists through their careers, painters throughout their careers and stuff. Like I always thought that was fascinating. But anyway, those are our yarns for this month. Absolutely beautiful. I know in the bottom, I'm going to be in the comment section replying to a lot of, they nailed it again this month. They always do an amazing job. And genuinely, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Both of these companies have been amazing to work with and review. Oh, sounds like my trash is coming today. That was a lot of noise outside all of a sudden. But I do really genuinely love what we get from these companies. Every month it is a home run. Even when something is not my personal color palette, I still am very attracted to the colors in combination month after month. It's been 2 years now and I'm still like 100% on board with both of these subscription boxes. So what can I say? let me do some digging through my baskets down here, and I will come up with some pairings for you guys. I know a number of you guys have subscribed to one or both of these subscription boxes over the last 2 years as well. So let's see what can we pair up and match up for projects. Okay. So once again, if you're not familiar with my unboxing with these, I go to my 2 baskets, one of ALC, one of Yarnable, and very quickly grab things that I think go with this month's yarn. So first off, we'll hit up the ALC combinations. So our skein for this month is Buried in Snow. And once again, we do have a combination of ALC and Yarnable that I am pairing with this. First off, this is Love, which is the Valentine's yarn from last year. If you had a gray and purple to kind of put in between, like, or a gray and pink to kind of blend this in, fade this in with, I think that would be really, really pretty. We have a number of different purple options from ALC. This one is Feeling Glammy, which I think those two would make a really, really pretty hat and cowl set together. Let's see. Let's stick with ALC first. We need one more to kind of go with this. Something that maybe ties more of the berry plum to the periwinkle tone with a minimal gray, like 10% gray and then 40% varied saturation of these two tones to kind of pull these two back in together. But this is a really pretty start to a more pastel fade. And this is Candy Painted. And I think this may be one I got on my own from Nikki, not one that came in the subscription box. But once again, when you're buying from a dyer, an independent dyer, a person who is deciding what is going into their yarns regularly, you can kind of tie their collections together. So now onto Yarnable or Hypnotic yarns that also coordinate with this. This is Somebody Loves You. And if you paired this with the Candy Painted, instead of going with a gray, we actually pick up a cool tone taupe with this. That oddly enough actually does blend very nicely from the gray to the taupe into the periwinkle. Because it actually ties to the pink into the undertone of the gray and the Buried in Snow. So I like those three together a lot. It might be better if I show this end of it where you can actually see the purple. And the other one, this is a purchased on its own. This is a separate, hence it says Hypnotic yarn, not Yarnable on it. But this is the Twilight Orchid. And those two are really, really pretty together. This is much more stormy and I hate to say tempestuous, but it is very Tempest-like. It reminds me of a lot of the artwork of like Hurricanes on the Battery in Charleston. But I really like those together. I think there needs to be something that kind of picks up, once again, some more like periwinkle tones in between these two. But I do really like how that looks together. Up next, we have this month's Yarnable. And let's go Yarnable to Yarnable for things that I like with this. First off, last month's Yarnable looks fantastic with this, as we have a beautiful play of the blues. And I think if you added something, this is an ALC yarn, into the trio like that. This is ALC Falleluja. That combo together is really pretty, and you're kind of hitting a little bit of everything. And from August 2023, we have Mossy Hollow, and you could almost, I think it actually would be better with these three, do this combination I really like how this plays together, and nothing is truly matching. They all just kind of blend. And I think part of it, we do kind of have some of that mossy hollow green down here, but a lot of it is where that olive and teal kind of become a little blurred. But oddly, once again, like I said, this screams Cozy Cottage Christmas to me, not New Year's. I might have to see if there's something similar that I can get in a fingering weight, as these two are fingering weight. This one's DK. I might have something else in my stash though that I can do that with. I'm gonna set these to the side for potential future projects. Yeah. So I pulled, this is another hypnotic yarn. I purchased this separately from my Yarnable from Cheryl and her team. This is zucchini. And I really liked these together, but this would be something you still need a blender for. So maybe pull into the toasty color down here. This is Sinful Delight from November 2023. But I think actually if you went from least dynamic, and I don't, that sounds so insulting, but it's not meant to be. But from the least dynamic contrast to the most dynamic contrast in a project, that would be really pretty. And that would give you a really neat effect, as these are very, very different style yarns as far as the dyeing techniques that are used in here. And this kind of combines both of these, whereas this would calm down both of these. So definitely like that. Actually, I think if you did one on each end and faded into the toasted, that could also be kind of cool. Just saying. And the other one that I pulled that it would be really pretty with this is Love from ALC. And this is from last February, I believe, or last March. I don't know if you can hear that. I am very sorry for all the like outdoor sounds today. This does kind of need like more of a purple though to finish blending these together. And I do not actually have a purple teal combo from either one of these dyers, but you can see kind of if we pull in more of like a purple, if this was teal instead of gray in here, I kind of like how that works. It matches, but it's not quite right. But oddly enough, I just want to say these three together also look really good. That's this month's ALC, Buried in Snow, with Mermaid. No, this is Love. Mermaid Dreams was the extra skein we got that month. But once again, this does also kind of blend and work in the right way. So anyway, that is our combinations. It's a little bit all over the place, but it's kind of what I'm known for now. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed. I love you. I will see you guys real soon. Please take care. Bye, guys.